Hey tubers, Bart coming at you. I'm salty as right now. So, talked to you the other day. Been doing the Project 2020 a little bit, just a little bit, collecting my own. I've never bought more than one card, but some of the prices were just going too high, right? I'm not an idiot, right? Like hitting those price points, I gotta sell a couple. So I did. I sold 4 for $2,750. One dude canceled on me last week, the night before I mailed it. You got me, but I sure as heck don't want to mail it to you and then you send it back and have that issue. So, refund on that. So minus $750. Today, a dude gets one of the cards and like tries to take a little picture or something, and he's like, "There's this little scrape on the back of the case. I'd like to return it for a refund." Well, the card that I sold for $850 is going for $300 now. So it's the old okey doke, and I can't believe it. So I'm gonna try to fight it, and I've responded 3 times. I did not offer a damn thing back. I called him out and said, "Come on, you're only doing this because the value of the card has decreased since the purchase date." And then I wrote back again because I keep responding, I do not agree to this return. And then I wrote back, the case is merely protection for the card. The card is what you purchased, and as long as the seal is intact, that says Project 2020 from Topps, then the item is in new condition. So we'll see how that goes. That little nugget, from there, I actually posted, my frustration on the Project 2020 Facebook page, and a couple people reached out to me in PMs, because they're all asking, because apparently this isn't the only time this has happened. So there's a lot of people that are pretty hot about this. And some people reached out to me like, "Hey, that sucks." One guy reached out to me and was like, I sold something to that guy too, so now I'm worried if he's going to try the same thing," which, not for that guy's sake, but in general, I kind of hope that guy the guy that bought this tries it a couple more times, right? And then obviously there's a pattern of poor behavior that eBay should be able to see and not side in that case with the buyer. But that one guy that reached out to me also said, "Hey, there's a bunch of guys been talking, and we're going to put this in the listing," and he pasted it to me, and it said things like, "Hey, this is the box, and the case is just protection for the card. It's not the item. It's not the item that you're buying. Those things are included for free." And a couple of disclaimers or whatever, all in cap letters and stuff like that. So I was pretty appreciative of that. So if I try to list some more of these things, I'm gonna toss that in there. But those were the 2 biggest cards I sold. So that's a flip flop of $1,600 potentially. We'll see where eBay's at, but not only am I so salty about the poor ethics of this guy buying this and trying to return it just because the value went down. Make smarter purchases, guy. If you're concerned, but sometimes we just take L's in the hobby. That's part of the hobby. None of us have won every time we bought something, so you can't be doing stuff like that. But it's really got me like, I don't know, second guessing all of this stuff. I'm not old, but I'm getting older, and at some point, I imagine I got to sell a bunch of this stuff. The collection at the rate it's increasing, it'll be too big. It won't be sustainable when I'm 60 if I'm still buying cards at this pace, right? Or just I'll need multiple rooms to store and display and everything else. So I'm assuming I got to sell at some point. And I'm like, yeah, I can't even sell 4 damn cards without issues on 50% of them. So now I have to make sure that I only sell at the bottom of the market, and so that I don't run into these issues. Oh man, I'm just salty about the hobby at the moment. It is ridiculous, and it's like a gut punch, and it's, I'll be all right. The money isn't everything or whatever. I guess I'm in a position like I could take that lump if I had to, but I sure as fuck don't want to. I spent a good chunk of that for sure. You got that much PayPal sitting in there, and we're collectors. We're gonna buy some stuff, so it's not like I was just sitting on his PayPal and it's like, oh, well, it's still sitting there. Here you go. That was my money now. But the one conclusion I do come out of this is these types of scenarios, and we've all got them, hopefully they only happen to you on $2 cards, or $10 cards when you get it shipped in a PWE, but somebody charged you $4 for shipping, and then you want to fight for them, and it's like, it's just total frustration to the point where the conclusion I've made is this is why consignments are not going to go away. PWCC and Probstein are going to be there. ComC for the raw cards, they're going to be there, even if they get caught up in some shiesty stuff like PWCC. If I've got 1,000 cards to sell, do I want to interact with PWCC back and forth, in just one entity? Or do I want to, run this transaction 1,000 times? Not only, obviously, none of us want to ship and mail that much stuff anyway, but we sure as hell don't want to be dealing with every single knucklehead out there. And so those middlemen, as long as those rates stay reasonable, we're all going to still do it. So Probstein and PWCC ain't going nowhere if this is the type of stuff that we got to deal with. And I'm super salty about it. I only run it. To me, it only seems like these issues happen on the baseball side of the hobby. Maybe a little bit basketball too, because those cards, there's definitely hype behind a lot of cards. And, I'm thankful that I don't do prospecting or something like that in baseball, because I can't even imagine, the guy will pull a ligament before he ever plays, and all of a sudden, some $5,000 Bowman paper bedazzled card or something is worth $0. I'm sure that there's a whole bunch of people that have issues dealing with sellers and buyers and stuff in that, but we don't have a lot of these issues on the football side. The prices stay moderate, there's no hype, you know what you're buying, you get what you get. There's not a lot of this other stuff going on, so I'm really salty about the baseball side of it too right now, just because of this, but I'll keep posted. Hopefully because I don't identify as an eBay seller. I just sold a card, right? I'm a collector, so it's like hopefully eBay sides with the good guy, not necessarily the seller. But we will see, because I think we all are going to be in a position at some point to sell a card, and we're going to want to get good money off of it. And somebody, buyer's remorse when they have it in hand, or they found something cheaper, they can be like, oh, this isn't price match guarantee at Target or something like that. You don't get to send it back because, you found one for $20 cheaper. Because that's what the guy that wanted the first refund said, was like, I found one for cheaper. A day or two later after he bought it. Like, that's not how this works, but I hadn't shipped it, so, I ate that one, and thankfully it was one of the cards that I liked more, but, man. It hurts bad. I don't even, hopefully I'm not rambling too much, because I didn't just sit down and detail out my thoughts, and just like, this is just regular ass frustration coming out. But I got some mail day, so I will show that. I thought these were cool. I got 2 of these. 1925 Yalo. It was a game, like a card game, and card, like family game or whatever. And there's like 100 of them that come with the card, but the fronts all look the same, except half of them are blue for offense and half of them are orange for defense. And supposedly these are Red Grange depicted in them, because he was a spokesman for Yalo. Like, he was the lead dude, and as far as advertisement goes, he was like a vice president or some crap like that of the company at the time. It's done in blue and orange, and that's, Red Grange's alma mater is the University of Illinois, so all of the things point to that, and obviously he was like the biggest player there was back in 1925, so I just thought that was cool. I think I got both of them for $10. Did get one Project 2020 in. It's been taking a long time to get these. Actually, I got a spreadsheet. I'll tell you what the hell this one is. Is this the F dot? Yeah, this is number 52. So I've got two others that are lower numbered than this that are supposed to be inbound from eBay. So we'll see what happens. Cool looking card, but not in good condition either. So like, this one's got scratches straight from, wherever it's got, and it's if this, you know, this is like 180 point magnetic when it should be like 130. So there's lots of room in there. There's a couple of dust particles and things floating around in there. A couple of plastic strings. If you understand plastic manufacturing, sometimes you know, there's like a little piece of goo that you pull away, and all of a sudden the plastic stretches and it dries. There's like little hairs of plastic kind of floating around when I got it. So, you know, if guys are gonna find some tiny little scratch on them and send them back, you know, there's no hope for a card like this. For the gold medallion set, I'm not a real big fan of these this year. I think this is 95, because it's just too damn shiny and gold. But this was like $2 and way cheaper than all the other Barry Sanders. And I love the uniform with the patch from 75th anniversary and everything is on. So I bought it just in case I come around on those. Slight investment, I guess, here. I'm kind of getting a little market share on the 2006 SPX Nick Mangold's. I think he's a future Hall of Famer. You know, not a first ballot guy, but he will get there. And I've got 2 of these on the way back from PSA that I graded. I both got PSA 10s, and so I picked this one up knowing that, and I think the pop is, it's like between 16 and 20 or something like that. So if I got 3 of them, you know, the fat guys, rare cards, people didn't keep track of them or whatever, so the pop's never going to go too high. So that might work out for me because I didn't pay much for that. And then one Hall of Fame rookie. I didn't even notice that. Go figure. Look at the damage on this thing. It's missing a chunk. But I'm keeping it anyway. It's going to be in the PC for a long time. So, Johnny Robinson, a Veterans Committee guy. So a harder card to get. I don't like paying too much money for these, but this guy was just, the seller just listed it for somewhat reasonable. Obviously, the case is probably why that's the reason, but I'm still keeping it anyway. So, oh, I forgot to show this last video. Pick these up. Check that thing out. Ridiculous. That is gorgeous. So, I had a buddy, Jason. He shot me a picture of like a Joe Montana bobblehead that he got, and this thing was framed up right behind it, and I was like, whoa, what is that behind that? And immediately looked that up. It came in a two magazine lot, Jolt and Joe. Got them with no stickers on the front for mailing addresses and stuff like that, but this is the one I really wanted, and just gorgeous. So I gotta find, when I say a frame, I gotta find multiple frames, because I got some magazines floating around, and if, OCD, right? I want to get some frames that all of them match the same kind of thing. So, but that is just a gorgeous looking magazine. So that's what I got for you. Thanks for letting me vent a little bit. It is what it is, but I'll keep you posted, because these types of things and the ebb and flow, they're going to affect all of us as collectors and hobbyists. At some point we'll be sellers, even if it's not selling off a collection, it's just selling a card that we looked upon, pulled out of a pack or something like that, and we want to sell it in order to get some more money for the hobby, for other PC items and stuff. So come on, eBay, side with the good guy. Later.